So it has been widely accepted that last week was a bad week for the Labour Party, and the moderates have started manoeuvring to try and replace Jeremy Corbyn at the earliest possible opportunity. And Ben has got some breaking news and inside information on what they're up to.
So if you're on the benches, on the Labour side of the benches, and you sit down at the back, if you wish to turn to your fellow MP and discuss maybe the secret plots, then what you have to do, you have to use a secret code to avoid being rumbled. And so what the moderates have gone to doing is using the phrase, interesting times.
So here's how it goes. You sit down and you say, interesting times. And then the other person says, as the Chinese say, it is both a blessing and a curse to live in interesting times. And then the other person says, yes, the Chinese, they're proper communists.
And then what do they start talking about then? It's like, oh, cool, I'm going to get deselected.
So this has been rumbling on for a while. All of the Corbynistas have been saying, we have no interest in mandatory reselection. We're not going back to the days of the 80s and we're not going to have mandatory reselection. The thing is, they don't need mandatory reselection because the government is going to bring in some boundary changes and reduce the number of MPs. And that means that they will have to have reselections because there will be a whole load of new seats.
That's brilliant. So essentially the Tories are doing Corbyn's dirty work for him.
The rights of Labour have set up something called the Resistance to
The Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, they're essentially the Rebel Alliance, and it's run by Chuck O'Mara and Tristram Hunt. It's actually called Labour for the Common Good.
For the greater good.
This brings me back to the thing. I think that their code word system is pretty sort of rubbish because it sounds a bit suspicious. Interesting times and all this. Wouldn't it be much better if they just went, so, are you going to Chuck O'Mara's wedding? Yes, I am.
You'd have to add that with, yes, I am. It is in no way a facade.